Okay, we start the weekend. We start the weekend under an energy that's inviting us to seize the day. There's a zest for life in the air. It becomes a time for exploration, expression, and embracing the endless possibilities. Now, we do have an energy coming in Saturday night. We get a little bit skeptic. Okay, it reminds us to, what our obligations are, what our commitments are, and what is truly practical and doable at the present time. So it grounds us a little bit in all that flurry of enthusiasm. We may also spend some time reflecting on our relationships, our close friendships, and consider perhaps have a positive and honest communication to strengthen our bonds, cultivate deeper connections. So sit back, relax. Let's explore the cosmic energies. Together, we'll gain an understanding of how to embrace this energy, utilize this energy, take ownership of this energy, and move forward today and every day. So, hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here, and thank you for all the positive, loving support you send me each and every day. Welcome to your weekend focus for March the 30th and the 31st, 2024. So, we'll start with the numerology. Saturday, we'll have the energy of the 30. Now, whenever you have in numerology 10, a 20, a 30, a 40, a 50, something ending with a zero, okay, what it does is it gives like this godlike energy to the three. So the three energy is about celebration, getting together with friends, socializing, having fun, good news coming in, good news worth celebrating. And so it's amplified under this energy. So where we would have got a great message to celebrate now, this message is like setting us on fire kind of stuff. We want to get together with people, we want to get excited about it, we want to hug each other, we want to laugh and dance. If we look at the daily numerology for Saturday, it'd be a 3 plus a 3 plus an 8, which gives us a 14 energy. That's having more by having less. Understanding what we truly need in order to feel content, happy, joyful, in love. What we don't need. We are under a full moon energy, the lunar eclipse that we just experienced. So it is a time to release. It is a time to let go. It is a time to make way for the new experiences we want to come in. We don't want to hoard it all. Now, 1 plus 4 is a 5 energy, and the 5 energy is about laughter, celebration, giggles, smiles, dancing in the street. It's about letting our creativity flow, our inner expression flow. It's about, a bit of sensuality, or we are more sensitive to the energy, or we want a little bit more romance in our life. On Sunday, we'll have a 31 energy. The 31 energy is about structure. It's about having our ducks in a row. It can very much be about the transformation we want to make within ourselves and how we will go about doing it and putting the focus on ourselves, on the independent and what we can do going forward. 3 plus 1 is a 4 energy. The 4 energy is our foundation, our strength, where we are splitting up our time, our energy, our resources, and how much of the pie does each part get. Are we putting too much energy into our work, into our career, into our growing our stature? Or is it home and family, or is it friends? Is it our health and well-being? Are we ignoring parts of our life because of the energy that we're putting into a certain area? So 3 plus 4 plus 8 is a 15 energy. And the 15 energy is the phoenix rising out of the ashes, understanding what we need to let go of, letting it fall into the fires, letting it burn away to ash. And then we rise, rebirthed into new experiences because of it. Our energy is automatically raised when we let things go, the things that were pulling us down, burdening us. And once we release that, our energy is high, which allows us to bring in gifts, success, opportunities of a higher vibration. It's about understanding where we have allowed lies in our life lead us, where people told us what we should be doing, what was acceptable to do, and following that framework, even though it doesn't work for us. Okay, the sun is in Aries and our moon is in Sagittarius. So for the entire weekend, we have this double fire energy coming at us with two of our personal planets. Now, before I get into everything, okay, perhaps I should let you know by, in the beginning of all of this that when you view Monday's video, I am not playing an April Fool's joke on you, okay? Mercury will be officially in retrograde and it will continue till April 25th. And of course, we will discuss that on Monday morning, but I didn't want you to think that I was trying to pull one over on you because I haven't been talking about it. And I should have over the last week because, we will be going over parts of this again in our lives. Absolute. Well, not so much of this part, I guess. Yeah, it goes backwards to this again. So, but we'll probably not be out of the woods on it until we're actually in May, right? So, know that we'll have the whole month of Mercury retrograde. Okay, now back to that fire energy. Not only is the sun and moon in the fire signs for the entire weekend, but they also form a trine in the sky. So we want to enjoy ourselves. We want to try something new. We have this enthusiasm about us. This dynamic energy encourages us to express ourselves authentically and passionately. Okay, and we know that our genuine enthusiasm will be warmly received by others because they're feeling the same kind of energy as we are. We could decide on a spontaneous adventure, get lost in a great conversation. Perhaps it's just simply embracing the joy of the present moment. Now, the moon will be squaring Saturn during Saturday night, so that brings in some kind of tension or restriction. We may start to wonder if we have the time, the resources, the abilities, the energy to really step into our passions. We'll start to throw in some doubt. Saturn will force us to confront the reality of our limitations and responsibilities. And, this may give us this weighed down feeling, right? This feeling that we have been overburdened. It allows us to take that zest, though, and ground our actions into practical steps and goals. So we may come to realize which goals and passions are truly serious investing our energy into and which ones are not. Now, the Sun and Venus also have a conversation this weekend, raises our sensitivity to the dynamics of our partnerships, our close friendships. We may find ourselves feeling disappointed or unhappy, irritated, resentful. And so we're going to seek validation in the form of these things. So don't be surprised when people start approaching you in this way as well, okay? We want to validate in the form of admiration or praise, respect, approval, right? We want to hear that approval from those we love. And rather than seeking that validation, it's really essential to recognize that these feelings of inner discontent can serve as valuable clues for our areas in the relationship that may need some TLC, some attention, some nurturing, some love. So take the time to acknowledge and address your emotional needs. And with healthy dialogue, we will have a greater understanding to grow our relationships deeper and stronger. So rather than going in for the kill, pull it back and really contemplate, really go within. Have a moment of self acknowledgement of what you're truly feeling and why you're feeling it. And then have the healthy dialogue on how to collaborate a stronger, healthier relationship between the two of you. Okay, let's turn to the cards, shall we? Oh my goodness. Okay, what's happening here? Okay. They flipped over, but they were all really good cards. I should have just went with them, but I didn't hear that, so I didn't do that. Okay. Underlying energy for the weekend is the Four of Swords. This is about rest and recuperation, taking care of ourselves, not taking, you know, risks, especially when we didn't think them out. Okay, we want to educated risk. This isn't a time when we want to push ourselves to the extreme in like rock climbing or something like that. We're just pushing ourselves too far into the risk factor. We need more practice, more time to develop what we're doing. Yeah, it's health and well being. I mean, we have this beautiful energy, this fire energy. So get out and start doing something. Exercise. Go for a walk in nature, down a seashore. If you have a place to swim, go swimming. If you have a place to go play volleyball, play volleyball. You know, if you want to go golfing, go golfing. Just get out there and do something. But with other people, you know, the social aspect is definitely there this weekend for us too. So we want to get together and, you know, fall back in love with people again and fall back in love with fun and laughter and joy. Okay, so if you're feeling a little tired this weekend, it's okay to feel a little bit tired. This card says we should be taking time for ourselves to relax, to, you know, maybe you have a hard week coming up or something. Maybe it's in work, maybe you've got deadlines to hit, things are happening, planning, preparation, strategies to build, whatever it may be. But for if for any reason you need to take that time out, do not feel guilty for taking that time out, okay? Nobody can really go forward. You cannot go forward. You cannot help other people. You cannot be present if you are feeling exhausted. And trust me when I say, this is a gal who's like died on the table 7 times. She had lost rights like 3 or 4 times here, okay? If you push yourself and you do not listen to your body will eventually take you out and you will not like the way it has decided to do that. So be conscious of what you truly need in order to feel strong and healthy each and every day. We have the Justice card. The Justice card, this is understanding what no longer serves us, what no longer has, you know, it doesn't support us in any way. It doesn't push us towards our dreams and goals. In fact, it probably hinders us or pulls us away from it, traps us from going after exactly what we want in life. So it's time to understand, you know, it could be an environment, it could be a person, it could just be a thought process, a perception. But understanding what works for you and only utilizing those things going forward, it is a time to sit there and give yourself some goals. So circle some dates on the calendar of when you want that goal to be completed, okay? And then show up each and every day. Give it the focus, the attention it needs in order to grow into the success that you see it becoming. This is preparing ourselves to be very balanced before we turn and walk up that new staircase, that elevated path forward for ourselves. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles says we probably have exactly what we need in order to go forward. We don't need a lot of extras. I think our confidence is raised this weekend in whether or not we can do it, even with that Saturn square coming in with the moon, where we throw in a little bit of doubt. We just might get more practical with our steps, which will bring in only more success because we're not trying to do it all. We're not trying to create a fantasy where we need realism. The storm has passed. So if you feel like you are in a struggling period of time, know that that energy is going to become lighter for you. It's going to get easier so long as you show up and you do the work. And we have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is rolling up your sleeves, getting to work. Other people are watching and noticing, even if you don't see them. So give it your best effort. Okay, I oftentimes see this card as it was once just a stone wall, and we got out our paintbrush and decided to paint a path forward. It wasn't there, but we invented it for ourselves. We made it happen by showing up, by having a perseverance, maybe a diligence. We finally, you know, worked up the courage to ask somebody out for a coffee or dinner. We finally worked up the courage to ask the boss for that raise or that promotion. Whatever it may be, okay? We hold the paintbrush to our tomorrow. So here we are, and we are putting in each brush stroke of what exactly we want to walk into going forward. We haven't finished the base of it yet. There is no pathway really yet to walk there, but we are creating it. So it's showing up, not looking for a shortcut, Okay, if it's a shortcut, chances are it won't work. It's a waste of your time, energy, or money to even go in that direction. But just one brushstroke at a time and slowly create your tomorrow into the reality of today. We have the Page of Cups. Well, this is about dreaming it and dreaming it big. This card, well, last week for the weeklies, it was in everybody's, it seemed, okay? And it really seemed like a fantasy kind of dream world. Just grow your dream bigger than life kind of energy. Like, we'll never be able to get it to that point, but what if we did? Kind of energy. Fairy tale like. But then this past week that we're in currently, but we're ending, it showed up still more times than I expected, but I got a little bit more of a grounded approach of it's time to dream, it's time to expand our horizons, it's time to look for um, maybe abundance and prosperity in new areas of our life, our new paths to walk, and where we really wanted to see. It was more grounded. Okay, it's still kind of fairy tale-ish in growing our dreams and our desires, but we're a lot more grounded. We were a lot more grounded this week in really envisioning what we could accomplish in the here and now. And with the other cards here, it says, what we have to work with now is all we need. In fact, there's things that to cut away rather than to add to our storyline right now in order to make the strength of the step happen each and every time. And the Two of Swords, there are decisions to be made. We hold that knowledge within. We need to have a conversation with ourselves. We need to look within. We need to have a conversation seemingly with ourselves, God, our angels, our guides, to sit in quiet solitude and weigh the pros and cons. Really give it some thought. You will not get the answers in the outside world, in the external world around you. This truly has to be something you have to make for yourself. Maybe it's a huge career choice. I mean, things like that. You really can't ask somebody else's opinion of what should I do kind of energy. Okay, so this is a time to go within. It may be hard. I think it takes courage in order to make this decision. There will probably be a lot of emotions surrounding this decision, but I think you already know the answer. And if not, go within and you will find it there. Okay, let's get an oracle card. Oh my goodness. They're alive! Well, we had 15 jump out, catch your breath, so that's what we're going to go with. Oh, and we have the 15 energy today as well. So the 15 energy just got a little electrified for us a little bit more. Okay, catch your breath. So that could be very much this first card of catching our breath, of not jumping into everything all at once, even though the energy will want us to just have that spontaneous day trip, or just having fun, getting out there and socializing. We get catch your breath, which goes really with the first card that we pulled, which was the Four of Swords. 15, there we are. Okay, and when you look at this card, the artist has a way of hiding pictures within the pictures, so let me know what you see. Or maybe it's a special message just for you. What does it mean personally? Take a break and enjoy a quiet period. This time can be used to regroup, recover, and stabilize yourself. It's wise to keep in mind the fact that this is for a limited period of time. You're pausing to regain your footing. As you evaluate your environment, check to see if you need to clear up any ill will with anyone. Ask for forgiveness, and be willing to forgive as necessary to move forward. Enjoy this downtime. Acknowledge the importance of recharging your energy so that you are refreshed and ready to tackle life and any challenges that come your way. So, more of a validation to the very first card, telling us to relax, slow down, enjoy life, be in the moment. Recharge your batteries. And our animal is the sea turtle protection. Okay, let's see if we can get it in nice and clear. Thank you. You are the master of finding life's flow. Be in harmony with the rhythm, and your path will unfold. Persevere, and you will succeed. You have everything you need to be protected and happy. So you are the master of finding life's flow. So just stop, just breathe, okay? It is your breath, okay? When you want to get a hold of life's flow, you just pay attention to your breath, because that is the ebb and flow, right? And you start to get into a harmony, you start to get into a rhythm. Am I going to get lucky enough to get that clear again? Yep. Be in harmony with the rhythm, and your path will unfold. So don't try and push, but still show up and do the work that's necessary. Persevere, and you will succeed. You have everything you need to be protected and happy. So, that's really, this confidence. We're sitting there with this confidence and knowing that we are protected, knowing that we have everything we need, that we don't need much more in order to go forward on our path. In fact, we need less, according to the cards. That the storm has passed, the sun is carved into our chair, so we are strong, we are vibrant, we are alive, and we are ready to go forward. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.